Hi, my name is Edwin and this is Journey to the Top. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2002. At the time I was 12 years old and I was living in Panama, where I was born. When I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't have much money or resources, so I started from very humble beginnings playing a board deck that wasn't very good and was simply what I could afford. Now that was the case for years, and it made me love the idea of playing rogue strategies. Now as I grew older, I was able to get more resources, but I still wanted to be the best I could with a deck that wasn't the best. And I decided to keep having strategies that weren't conventional, as I feel a sense of identity and personality with it. A sort of connection to being able to play something different and being able to do the best you can with that strategy in hand. And as the time goes on, I played other decks. Like I played Lavals at one point, I played Baby Raccoons, and at another point I ended up playing Ritual Beast, which through time became my favorite deck. Now, when I played Ritual Beast, I actually was at the height, you can call it, of my competitive career. I went ahead and I traveled to regionals, I went ahead and I win a case in a case tournament, and I participated in a lot of local tournaments. Now, I never was able to top a region. I often ended in the bubble, and as the years go by, the deck became worse as power creep and just the pace of the game increased. I keep playing only well until 2016 when there was an emergency ban list, buying a lot of products of Breaker of Shadows. I kinda decided to take a break at the moment. Now, I tried to come back around 2019, but 2020 happened. And since then, I haven't really delved in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! In any way, not even going to locals. Now, a couple of weeks ago, new Ritual Beast cards were announced. Being this my favorite deck, I had the desire to go back and play. Now, what I tried to do about 7 years ago was topping a regional. Now with the new support in hand, that's what we're gonna try to do again. So in order to top a regional, we're gonna have to come up with a plan. First step of which will be getting back in shape. I haven't played, especially competitively, a long time. Now I was thinking we can play in a simulator, we can play a simulator, preferably one that is automated, so we can get a lot of reps in a very short period of time. Apart from that, some friends I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With, go ahead and get back together and see if we can play with some proxies and get some practicing with the deck even when the cards haven't been released yet. And the third one, to get used to playing tournaments again. So I'm gonna start going to my OTS card shop again, and we're gonna have to find a deck that we can play that is currently legal, probably borrow some cards and see what we can put together. Now the second step of all this would be to go ahead and finding out the best way to play the deck. In order to do this, a lot of playtesting will help, but also we're gonna look into the OCG and see what they're playing there once the cards are released. And the last step would be to go ahead and find a regional to top. We're gonna have to more or less estimate when the cards are gonna be released and see what regionals are available around that time. With all this in mind, we also have some challenges we have to overcome. I am very limited in time since I have a full-time job and a whole life in my house, other hobbies and all my maintain, friends and other things going on in my life. So that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. We're gonna have to find a way to make time to practice and to go ahead and go to tournaments and do all the things that we mentioned. So with all this in mind, our next video is gonna focus on the deck. We're gonna go over how we're gonna go ahead and put this thing together to go ahead and complete the challenge. In next video, we're gonna go over the Ritual Beast deck. I got this. In next video, we're gonna go over the Ritual Beast deck. Why it's my favorite and why I believe it's going to be able to help us top a regional. With all this in mind, thank you for watching and I hope you're excited to join me, my journey to the top. See you next time.